have sold 1,200 of the Bellasonic electric nail files today. Now, today is National Nail Day, as I mentioned at the start of our show, and this is a product that really has taken everyone by storm. We discovered it as part of our search for the hottest, newest, most innovative products. We called the search the Big Find. This was a Big Find winner. And as you're looking at the change, as you're looking at the manicure being not only perfectly shaped nails, but wonderfully smooth nails and then beautifully buffed nails, that is because this is a device that's unlike other electric nail files. Most electric nail files work by simply having a rotating disc or file or head, whatever it might be. Basically, all it does is rotate and spin, rotate and spin. This uses patented technology that oscillates. So instead of it spinning around, what it's doing is it's oscillating from side to side. Now, why does that matter to you? Because it is the oscillation motion that will give you a better result with your nails. And by better result, I mean when you're shaping them, you won't have those jagged, ragged edges. When you're buffing them, you can gently buff them to a high polish, get rid of those ridges and cracks that we often have with our nails. And finally, take a look. You're getting 4 of the heads that all interchange. But it's not just your nails. How about the cuticles, hang nails, those cuticles that get dry and cracked? This even works on the cuticle. And that is because the technology that allows this to oscillate instead of just spin gives you not only an easier manicure and pedicure, but a better manicure and pedicure. So here's what we have. We have 3,200 remaining. On National Nail Polish Day, can I tell you, as someone who has spent a lot of time taking care of my manicures and pedicures, this is a device I think is fantastic, and I think you will too. So let me introduce you to the gentleman who created this device and came up with this wonderful idea and was our Big Find winner, who brings you the Bellasonic. This is Ruben Driggers. Ruben, hi, it's great to see you.
Hi, Leah. How's it going? Nice to see you tonight.
Oh, it's going fantastic. Ruben, can I tell you, the very first time I saw the video of how this worked, and then I saw the before and after of the nails not only being shaped perfectly, filed smoothly, but buffed so that even where there were ridges and maybe nails that weren't in the best condition, but it was the cuticle area, Ruben, that really blew my mind. So I'd love for you to tell everybody how it is you came up with this idea, and then walk us through how this is going to help us get not just an easier manicure, which many of us are still doing ourselves, and pedicure, but a better result.
Well, I had the idea around 15 years ago. I've always been very particular about my nails, you know, having scratchy nails and dry cuticles and hang nails. And I always did my own nails. And maybe around 15 years ago, I was in a drugstore and I found one of the electric nail files that you mentioned, the rotary files that's been really fast in one direction. And I was excited. I took that home and I thought it was going to be a game changer. And it really was super harsh. It created a lot of heat because it spun so fast in one direction. It created a lot of friction. And, you know, there was no way I was ever going to put that on the surface of my nail or use it on my cuticles because I would have probably drawn blood. So around that same time, the facial oscillating brushes came out and toothbrushes. So I was using my toothbrush one day and I realized it was a great vehicle for pushing back my cuticles without it being harsh. And then I started tinkering and took an emery board, cut a round piece, and put it on the toothbrush, and it actually worked. It was my big aha moment that this thing really worked.
That light bulb, kind of like the Big Find.
Exactly.
I'd love to do this because when you describe that, we've got an animation that really kind of helps people visualize what's happening with this technology.
Yeah, this you can see, it looks like it's spinning around, but as it slows down, you'll see that it's just that little back and forth movement. And because it doesn't spin all the way around, it doesn't generate lots of friction and heat, and it's actually very easy to hold. here are some of before and afters you can see where the transformation really happens in the cuticle area and on the surface. Clipping your nails is one thing, but getting a full manicure, a salon quality manicure, requires grooming the cuticles, getting rid of that excess cuticle. Here's another one again. You'll see the commonality. It's the cuticle that really makes these stand out as being, unmanicured. And the shape is beautiful. The ridges have been removed on this one. The next one, this you can see lots of ridges and discoloration from stain from nail polish. That just buffs off the surface of it. The nails have been shaped beautifully and the cuticles cleaned up. And I say these hands look like 10 years younger. Also can be used on the feet. And often this transformation is even more dramatic because our fingernails grow 3 times as fast as our toenails, so we're not tending to our toenails as much. And we get that dry skin around the toes that Bellasonic does a great job of removing that in a gentle way.
So I want to show everybody, because I'll tell you, Ruben, I have spent many years getting manicures and pedicures. And in the last year, I've also spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to do it well myself. And even going to a professional, like those devices can be really aggressive. What I love about the oscillation that happens with this is not only is it effective, it's going to smooth my nail, it's going to buff my nail, it's going to, again, smooth away the rough cuticle, but it's not aggressive. It's really, really gentle. So, and also it's really comfortable to use too. That was the other thing that I thought was fantastic. So whether you are doing your own manicure, whether you want to be able to do your own manicure, when you think about what you spend to go and get a manicure and pedicure, to have the tool yourself that's going to do not only the shaping, the smoothing, the buffing, and even take care of the cuticles, all with one device. And I want to show everybody what they're getting too, and then we're going to go back and look at a few more of those before and afters. Many of you are now shopping. We've got a featured price today. We've got free shipping and handling, and 5 Easy Pay means your Bellasonic electric nail file with the 4 discs will be on its way to you for $10.80. And we have 2,800 left. So it is rechargeable. You get the USB charging cable, you get the AC plug, you're getting the device itself. This is the unit, and it's really very simple because all you have to do is simply push the button. That's how you know it's turned on. Ruben, I know you shared with me that make sure you hold it down for just a couple seconds. That's a safety feature so that you don't accidentally turn it on when you don't intend to. But you're getting the device, and then you'll get all 3 of the discs. So you're going to get the shaping disc, you're going to get your gray buffing disc, you're going to get your smoothing disc, and then the white one is a polishing disc. And as a matter of fact, I think we're going to have a demonstration here in the studio, Ruben, and maybe you can walk us through as we're watching our model use the Bellasonic.
So I think Alicia is starting off with the buffing disc, right, which is the gray one, which allows you just to smooth that surface of the surface off of the nail, getting rid of those ridges. But it's also really great to use to push back those cuticles. But you don't have to use a metal pusher that kind of feels like torture. It just gently pushes back. And often when we push back that cuticle, part of it remains attached to the nail. And I've never found an easy way to remove that without damaging the nail. And this just does a really good job of buffing away that excess cuticle. And then you just kind of turn it the other way and you can push away the cuticle and brush away the excess cuticle that's on the part of the skin. And this is also great for, smoothing the edges of the skin around as well. Like that's the stuff that used to drive me nuts about doing my nails, was not having to use all these tools. I used to have a bag of all these different emery boards of different grits. And this just, all you need is this nail file and these 4 discs, and you can do everything. And you can even do things that you couldn't do with that bag of tools that I had once upon a time.
So 1,800 are gone. We've got a featured price in effect for you, and 5 easy payments and free shipping and handling tonight. Let's take a look at these before and afters, and then I think we have a video too that shows the shaping and the buffing. But this is what is incredible. After just one use, I'm looking not just at the shape of the nail and how smooth the edge of the nail is, Ruben, but I'm looking at how polished the nail bed is, and then how smooth the cuticle area is.
Yeah, on this one, this nail on the hand on the right is ready for painting. You know, it's National Nail Polish Day. Like, this is what you want to do to have a professional looking manicure, is you got to do the pre-work, right? You got to create a palette that's smooth and even. Same thing here, but often, you know, like on this model, she wears polish all the time, but once she saw how nice her nails look without the staining, she's like, I'm going to go natural. I don't need to wear polish. But you really want to have a clean palette. Same goes to the toes. If you want to paint your toes for the spring or summer, like if you had those scratches in there that on the big toe that just buffed away, you would see that coming through. With this smoothing of the surface, now here's a video that's just kind of showing close up in action.
Yeah, now, and I encourage everybody, watch this, because this is this is what got me, that you can go from not just smoothing the edge of the nail, and we know that if you leave those edges jagged, that's when you have difficulty and things can chip and split, but also going right over that nail bed, and the cuticle is smoothed as well. Yeah, it's good. Now, one other point I want to make, and because certainly we know our shoppers are very savvy. There are a lot of electric nail files out there that people can shop for, and typically what we're talking about is a rotary spinning nail file. The difference here, Ruben, really is the technology, and as you said, taking a page from toothbrushes and other things that use this kind of oscillating motion. That's what gives me not only an easy way to manicure my nails, but also a more effective and efficient, gentle way. We have over 2,200 gone. That's half of the inventory that we brought in. We'll continue to make this available for you. DIY your mani and pedi for probably close to what you'd spend for a manicure, pedicure, and now you have the device to do it yourself. Ruben, thank you for being in the show. It was great to see you.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, everybody, a $399-235. It's National Nail Day. And so we're going to keep that theme going. Now that you've got your nails buffed and polished and shined,